Well, good morning, community. If I got a special treat for you, Erick Chango Argumedo. I can't remember just about his last name, but we're going to be doing this impromptu live right now. So we encourage you to jump on the chat, make a comment, bring your comment or question up my screen to talk to you. This is about us community, so let's get into it.
Fire.
Hey, good morning, Erick.
Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing today?
Good, you know me. I got it. Why not? It's so easy for me to make it a podcast. Why not do it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking forward, and talk to you and everything.
Yeah,
It's always
let's
a
do
good
it.
time.
Hey, wait, I forgot where you're located, bro.
I'm like 2 minutes away from Rebel City. The city called San Carlos.
Oh,
San
yes,
Carlos,
San
California.
Carlos, the
So,
barrio, barrio.
not really. It's more
I'm
like
just kidding. I'm kidding.
town. People comes to retire over here. Living like quiet life. It's pretty quiet for my own
Well, you
taste.
know what? Wife, I spent my stroke in Redwood City at the Redwood City Kaiser.
Yeah, you literally down the street from me, like literally like 5 minutes.
Well, I didn't know you yet, bro, but you could have came visit me. I was coming out in the shape to come visit you, but I'm looking forward to some of you and I are gonna get together. Families are gonna get together and swim and barbecues. I'm looking forward to that, bro.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait for that to happen. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it's
be a
gonna be
serious
great.
conversation.
We have two people watching right now. Please put your name and where you're located in chat so I can bring it up a camera if you're out there watching in the audience. But so what's been going on? How's your stroke doing?
Well, it's pretty much a roller coaster. Like everybody's like one day I feel good, another day I just don't want to do anything. Like last week I only worked out one day out of the whole week, but I focus in other things. Like I'm focused on spending time on myself by myself. Like I posted that I took myself on a date. I went to a restaurant. After like almost 4 years that I never had done it, I went outside of my comfort zone and took myself to go have a nice lunch, and it
That's
felt good.
awesome. That's really awesome. Now you're one of the greats. One of the stroke lovers that drive. You drive, right?
Yeah, I'm actually, like now. Before I didn't want to get out of my house because I had anxiety, I was scared, whatever. But then I decided to stop all that, and then I have a license. Now, I was able to get it back. So why not take advantage of it? Enjoy the world.
Yeah, like someone like me in a wheelchair would long to drive it. Forget being scared. I'll get out. I I I I would love to. So you're very fortunate. How long after your stroke were you able to drive?
Well, it was pretty funny because it was probably like around 6 or 7 months in, and then I got tired waiting for my sister because she was always making me late to go to
Hmm.
my therapist or my doctor's appointment, and I hated that. And then sometimes I would miss my appointments. So one day I decided to be like, what? Let's whatever. Let me try this. So I grabbed my car key. Good thing she didn't drive my car that day. So I grabbed my keys and I just took off.
No way, really, by
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah, and then I was really scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared. I
Oh,
couldn't even. I was so stiff at that moment, really bad that I couldn't even turn my neck like this. So I was just driving like just looking forward, looking at my side mirrors in the
Oh,
corner of my
no.
eyes. You
Well,
know,
because I lost consciousness when my brain cancer aneurysm exploded in my brain, they took away my license right then. In the state of California, if you lose consciousness,
yeah,
they take your license away.
yeah. As soon as I got checked in the hospital, they gave my wife a letter saying that my driving privilege has been suspended. So it took me a while. To be honest, I started driving illegally without license.
Oh,
You know,
wow. Okay, well,
you
I,
know, yeah. And the thing is that I still have my driving license card, but it was suspended. You know, so it was pretty funny. And then when I got home from my therapy, my mom was home. Oh man, it wasn't pretty when I got home.
well, yeah, I one time, I have no idea why I did this. It was stupid. But I had somebody encouraging me to drive when I was unlicensed. I could have killed somebody. Honestly, so I got the car. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't hit anybody. But I drove up the subdivision over to the school. I could get there eventually, but it was otherwise in there. I really put my wife, my house, everything in jeopardy. If I would have hit somebody at that point, it would not be good. So I encourage you, if you're out there, do not drive unless you're licensed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it was nice. You know, I want to make sure you got like the reason why I did it because I felt confident in myself. That's why I did that. But if I wasn't confident in this right state of mind, I would have not done it. Like people got on my case the life I did last week, why I did that. I knew what I was doing and I
Yeah.
was going it slow. I was stuck on traffic. And not like I wasn't live for like an hour or two. It was just a quick message showing that if I can do it, everybody can drive. Either put their mind into it. I'm not saying that. One thing for me is I'm always want people to be safe, feel confident. Because if you feel safe and confident, you're able to do a lot of things. You know, you're not gonna you're not gonna doubt yourself to do things. And that's why I like to do things that I do, and I post them so people don't be afraid. Like because we are our own worst enemy. Sometimes like as for me, when I leave the house, it takes me about like 20 minutes.
Really?
Why? Because I make excuses not to leave my house. But when I finally say, you know what, that's it, let's get out of here, I leave. So it's not just like I grab my keys, put my clothes on, and take off. No, I deal with a lot of things in my head, like you shouldn't go out, people's gonna look at you weird.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, and I go to the bathroom to urinate like 5 times. So
Well, you
it's
don't,
I get anxiety when I want to leave the house.
you mentioned something in the kind of truths I want to talk about. Getting out of your comfort zone, you said it. And
Yes.
that's exactly what you're talking about. In your own head, after stroke, we end up, the battle is really in our mind.
Mhm.
But what you being stepping in a comfort zone, what does that mean to you?
For me, it's able to live life. Able to go and just go on with life. Like we don't know how much people get removed from us. Like you don't know when I finally like let's say when I go to the gym, I do the same thing. It takes me a while to go back and forward until I finally leave the house. When I'm in the gym, they're like, "Hey Eric, where have you been? We miss you. You're the hardest worker here. We need us as motivation. So you don't know how much people get motivated, you don't know until you get there. Or when I'm in the street and then people see me, that it's hard for me to walk. They're like, There you go, Chuck. Keep going, keep going. So you don't know how much people get affected by you by just showing up or just walking down the street. That's what I mean. Staying out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, that's so true. Like I do, you were in the live stream I was walking, and I do it not because I live to my walking and stuff outside to make me do it. It isn't for the people.
Yeah,
Although that gets them out of it, but I do it for me to be. It gets me motivated to do it, and the same thing happens. They comment as encouraging. They love it. But there's always somebody worse than us. I mean, yeah, I'm in a wheelchair. I haven't walked yet for 12 years. But here's a guy, here's a survivor in a convalescent hospital, unable to get out of a wheelchair at all. It looks at me as like, oh, man, you're walking so great. And me, I'm like, I'm not. I'm not.
yeah. It's like when I was in the hospital, right? And I was just laying there in bed and I able to like sit down, because I would fall, I would like, it was bad. And then I wish I was on a wheelchair outside, you know. So why would not take advantage now that I'm able to move, but it's slowly, but I'm moving, getting myself out there, like, so why would I stop myself to just sit on my four walls, just feeling sorry for myself? No, man, no. We need to learn that, okay, we had a stroke, we're a stroke survivor. We made it. We are here. We like that 10% that made it. And then why not keep fighting for it? Take advantage of the second chance and go on with the life. As soon as people will realize that we are survivors and that we're lucky to be alive and accept our situation at the moment, we're gonna see life differently because we make peace with each other. I made peace with myself, and that's why I'm able to do things that I'm doing now.
I think what they do, bro, is most stroke survivors put a period after a stroke. They stop living. They think that life is over, and it's not.
No.
That's just a complete opposite. If they embrace it, they realize that strokers are what's happened to them. How they respond is makes them who they are.
Yeah, and then we don't have, I learned that you don't have to be 100%. When I was 100%, right, 100%, quote, quote, I took life for granted. I took advantage. I took, moved my fingers. I took it for granted. Able to move my leg. I took it for granted. Able to jump. I took that for granted. Even to eat. So now that I'm able to do all these things again, why not taking advantage of it? You know, why not appreciate what I was getting? Getting back. So that's why instead of feeling sorry and trying to be the person I was before, I'm thinking about now. Like I tell people, and I say it a lot in life, and I sound like a broken record. We can't go back to the past, and we can't change the past anymore, and we cannot predict the future because we don't even know we're gonna be there tomorrow. But what we can focus is that now, like what can happen, what I'm doing right now, and then what I'm doing right now is being a better person of who I was, a better version of. I love life. I love people. I love my loved ones. I love me. The most important part is I love myself.
Wow, that is very encouraging. That's exactly it's a mindset. People, it's a decision we make as stroke survivors. Say, okay, I'm gonna embrace this as a second chance.
Yeah.
I look at it. There are things in my life, and then my past before my stroke. I don't like. I'm not rebuilding. I don't want back. And I'm rebuilding myself the way I want. I'm like you, bro. I'm like building myself better than I was before because there were things I didn't like about myself before. Now, like you said, I love people. I love being service of the people. I do. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, who the person I was before. I want to people think that wasn't me. That was just me trying to hide the real me. You
Right.
know, yeah, I always been a love social butterfly. I love to get interact with people, but at the same time, when I was interacting with people, it wasn't me because I was drunk most of the time. You know, so and I was making a bunch of dumb decisions, and a lot of dumb decisions. Pretty much, I had to pay the consequences. You know, and then right now, I'm paying the consequences for my mistakes. And then now, what I'm doing is changing that person that I was. So one day I died, I want people to realize that to be like, damn, he changed completely. And now, so that the people I wanting to remember me that I turned my life around and I help others to do the same. You know, not the drunk guy that I used to be.
Right. You was kind of cool. I don't know. Are you familiar with the Genius Network? Taylor Bricks in Australia, the group in Australia called Genius Network.
Yeah,
But anyway, I'm gonna get to do a show. We're gonna be doing a show. He's gonna have me show where we're gonna talk about purpose, how to find your purpose after stroke, and it's gonna be great show. I'll be getting out a promotional piece from him hopefully today. But I, I think part of the reason Changa, Chongo, I started this movement when I first had my stroke because everybody, most stroke groups back then, they equated their value based on recovering how they used to be. And to me, I found that extremely frustrating because hey, I'm like half paralyzed, barely able to talk.
yeah.
I wasn't gonna give me back. That ain't happening, bro. I'm not
And
going
then
back. I'm not.
yeah, and then you know what? I read a lot on the comments from the other groups, and I do. And at first, when I was reading them, I would get depressed. Like I didn't even want to go back and log in because I see so much people like complaining, hating themselves, and all this, right? And then I was like, I don't even know if I want to enjoy those groups. But then I started seeing shows, Zoom meetings, started talking about it. I met you. You actually kind of encouraged me to put myself out there, like to give a message, and my wife did too. So then I was afraid to do that. So now I'm coming out of my comfort zone. And now I'm just helping. I just want people, even though nobody, only out of 100 one listen, at least I got a message. At least somebody really like they got what I'm saying. That life is beautiful. We shouldn't just give up when we think it's over because it's not. We're breathing. We are breathing. We are here. Some of us are even moving better than me. But just always be grateful. For where you are.
That's so true. I mean, a lot of times we get stuck. Like you said, most church survivors. I've been out with church survivors for about 6 years now, 5, 6 years, and a lot of them just sit there and don't, like you said, don't get out of their comfort zone. And a lot of times, I found myself encouraging people to not be afraid and to go sit with family, go hang out with family.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, the thing is that we push each other, we push our loved ones to go away, like we don't appreciate the people that really is there for us, like we are mad at everybody that we just like leave me the hell alone. And then when in reality they just want us to like push a little bit, like for us, they would just want us to like keep fighting, in some way or some way. Like imagine if I would just see myself on the couch and just watch TV all day and just feel sorry for myself, I probably my wife would have left me already. I would have had no friends. I would have no family support because what? Why? Because I'm doing that to myself. I'm the one pushing them in one way. So instead of that, what I'm doing is pushing myself so they can see I want to leave. So by doing that, they're getting closer to me.
Yeah, I would see. I hear what you're saying. I noticed that with you and Travis and other survivors. See, there's a leap. There is a place where they decide, okay, I'm gonna really go out for it. I'm gonna change my life. I didn't know that because I spent most of the time being TV media. But I realize I need to push harder. I need to push harder because I want to drive. I want to go out and fly my drone and want to go see people. I need to push harder.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how much people we have because we're so blind on blaming others for our situation. I know every stroke is different. A lot of things happen because it happens out of nowhere, or just diseases or bad decision or just a lot of stress. But we also, I see these that have to do with a lot of stress because, life is, we trying to, life right now is like you got to keep going, 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 going 100 miles an hour. You got to work 14, 18 hours a day. And then, everything's getting expensive. So we get so stressed that if we don't work, we don't live, we don't have a life. But in reality, we do. But we can, there's time for everything. There's time for work, there's time for having fun, there's time for family, there's time to enjoy your time, enjoy your, personal time. We just gotta make time. Everybody got 24 hours a day. And then we can make it time. We just gotta know how to.
Yeah, yeah. With me, I'm be honest with it, bro. That I have such hard to discipline myself. Like I picked up a fishing rod the other day. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a lot more doing cuts than trying to get my paralyzed hand
And I see that.
turn my fishing reel. But I being not so easily disciplined. I find myself sitting me on the computer to doing that, and I need to push, make that leap and push harder.
And then when I see you doing your workouts, it's pushing me even harder. I'm like, oh, okay, Aaron is moving. I need to do it. Like I know I've been procrastinating for a week, and believe me. And the thing about me is that when I click the switch, oh, it's on. And then right now I'm just giving myself a little time, and because I need to like get more energy. And as soon as my energy level goes where I want to, I'm not stopping for a while.
Yeah, I is there, you know, and I really we're gonna hopefully we'll do more of these kind of impromptu get-togethers. But I want to encourage anybody out there, any survivor. You want Eric and I to talk about something, topic. Let's put in comments. If you're watching this on replay, put in comments what you want us to talk about, and we'll talk about it. If you want to come on camera, Chung, with Eric and I, let
Yeah.
us know. I bring up 7 people in the screen with us. So we're here for you, community. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek what I'm about to talk to Caleb Rickson in Australia about a purpose. I know for a fact everybody, every stroke survivor out there, Eric, has a purpose. And I know what that one purpose always is to help other people. Is to I know for a fact if did you ever experience the more you take your eyes off yourself and your plight and begin to help other stroke survivors, this positive energy comes back to you.
Exactly. You know, like I always tell people when I do my lives, um, they're not alone in this battle. You know, I'm with them. You know, like I know what a shock survivor we go through every day. You know, and then they're not alone. They feel free. They can reach out to me. They can reach out to you. There's people willing to help. You know, so don't I see people, oh, I'm not alone, I don't have love. Well, you have me now. You know, I can be your friend, I can be your push up, I can be the person that give you, you know, a little motivation, you know, because I have a lot of energy, I have that in me, you know. And then by others doing good, and me by others doing good, I'm doing good. You know, I love to see others want to be like, damn, Eric, you know, you are helping me see life differently. That make me that make my day. You know, that I'm like, wow, I did something for others. So I don't want stroke survivors to think they're out alone. They're not, because there's people that are willing to help them out.
Well, that's so true. And I want to repeat what I've just said. You're not alone. That you may feel alone, you may feel isolated, you may feel like in a box, but you're not alone. Because Eric, I, and other stroke survivors around the world know what it's like to be a stroke survivor.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no better encourager, no better there's someone to talk to than another stroke survivor. Because no matter how much we try, Eric, we can't, we, our family, non-stroke family, cannot understand what it's like to live inside this mind. It's
Hmm.
brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I wish my early stages had someone to talk to, like I have now. You know, and then that's why I want the other survivors to like feel free to reach down. I'm always going to be available. And you know, I'm always answering calls when I have a chance, or sometimes I might be doing things hanging out and I won't be able to answer. But other than that, I answer most of the time, you know, and I'll answer right away. It takes me a while, but I answer after, you know. But I'm always going to be there for everybody that needs help, you know,
Right.
because
Well,
I, yeah,
you're gonna be doing more lives and take a chance stroke survivors, all right?
what do, you know, I'm just trying
So,
to go change it up every day.
I,
So, you know,
but I think
it,
it's really great because, man, I mean, our community needs many people. So I encourage everybody that's listening to this, reach out to Eric, reach out to myself. We're here for you.
mhm.
And there's an old saying, and I forget who said it: reach one, teach one. And if we unite and reach a stroke survivor, then then we just need to teach others to do that. I don't know who's leaving this comment, but you did not authorize StreamYard to use your Facebook profile. So please put in chat who that is. We don't know who that user is, just this Facebook user. But Eric, I really want to thank you for. I'm gonna get going pretty quick, but I really look forward to do more work with you. I think we together, an individual both, can really help some survivors out there.
I mean, that's what I think. I'm trying to figure out what I'm here in life, and I guess I'm not, you know, I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a this and that. I'm just talking about my life experience. You know, I'm not comparing my life to others. I'm just gonna talk about who I am and what the shock had turned me to be a better person. And
That's right. That is so right on, bro. Because most people think, "Oh, Aaron's been doing this forever." Well, I didn't even know it's the first time I've live stream. I never learned to live stream. I never learned to build groups on Facebook. I've never done anything I've done. I've never done before. So that goes in line to get out of your comfort zone, reach out and touch and help somebody and reach out and do something. I really am looking forward to doing more with you. I really am. And you have, like I said, you have the keys. I don't have keys, but you have the key. You have the keys. You have the keys to certainty and second-hand second-hand certifiers. Help certify, bro. They need us for sure. But I wanted to thank you. Is there any final words you'd like to say, or
Just don't be afraid to be yourself. Just don't be afraid to be yourself. Love the new you. Love the life because life is too short. We don't even know. I don't even know after finishing this life with you, something can happen to me. I can go down the stairs of my apartment and then slide down and I hit my head. Life can be gone with the blink of the eye. So why are we just not taking advantage of the second chance? Enjoy it, laugh, meet people, interact, enjoy the sun because you never know what will be the last time you're gonna be here. So don't be afraid of stepping out of the comfort zone.
now that is some closing words right there, bro. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for being here, Eric. I look forward to doing this more and more with you. Really do. I
Me
really.
too, man. It's a pleasure always talking to you. We always have a good time.
All right. Thank you, Eric. I'll talk to you later, bro.